In the early hours of December 26, 1996, in the affluent neighborhood of Boulder, Colorado, a nightmare unfolded in the Ramsey household that would captivate America for decades. 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, a child beauty queen, was found, dead in her own home. Her body discovered in the basement 8 hours after her mother, Patsy Ramsey, had called 911 to report her missing. What began as a potential kidnapping spiraled into one of the most haunting and controversial murder cases in U.S. history. The ransom note found by Patsy Ramsey that morning was one of the first red flags. It was unusually long, over 2.5 pages, and bizarrely specific. The note demanded $118,000, which happened to be the exact amount of John Ramsey's recent Christmas bonus. This detail alone made many suspect that the person behind the crime was someone familiar with the family's personal life. JonBenét's body was found later that same day by her father in a little-used room in the basement. She had been strangled and suffered a blow to the head. A nylon cord was found around her neck, and her wrists were bound. Duct tape had been placed over her mouth, and signs suggested she had been assaulted. The brutality shocked even seasoned investigators. From the beginning, suspicion fell on the Ramseys. The ransom note was believed by many experts to be staged, potentially written by someone within the home. There were no signs of forced entry and no footprints in the fresh snow outside the house. Moreover, the family's behavior after the murder, hiring lawyers, refusing police interviews, doing selective media appearances, only added to the public's suspicion. Still, no concrete evidence ever tied the Ramseys to the murder. In 2008, the Boulder District Attorney officially cleared them of any involvement after DNA evidence found on JonBenét's underwear was tested and matched an unknown male profile. Not John, not Patsy, not Burke, her older brother. This DNA has never been matched to anyone in the national database. Burke Ramsey, JonBenét's then 9-year-old brother, was also a figure of interest, particularly in the media. Some speculated that a sibling argument had turned deadly and the parents had covered it up. Burke's odd demeanor in interviews and his reclusive lifestyle only fueled the theories. But no forensic evidence ever implicated him. Outside of the Ramsey family, various suspects were proposed. One of the most talked about was John Mark Carr, a former teacher who confessed to the killing in 2006. He claimed he had drugged and sexually assaulted JonBenét, but DNA evidence ruled him out. His confession turned out to be a hoax, possibly a disturbing attempt to gain notoriety. Another theory involved a local electrician named Bill McReynolds, who had played Santa Claus at the Ramsey house a few days before Christmas. Some found his fascination with JonBenét creepy, and his wife had even written a disturbing play about a child being molested and murdered. But again, no concrete evidence ever tied him to the scene. There was also the theory of an intruder, a pedophile who had broken in through a basement window. Some experts believe the crime scene was not properly secured, leading to contamination and lost evidence that could have proved this theory. However, the absence of physical signs of forced entry still casts doubt. The crime scene itself was catastrophically mishandled. Police allowed friends and family to walk through the house. The body was moved by John Ramsey. Potential evidence was disturbed or discarded. Investigators have admitted that the first 48 hours were crucial and botched. Years turned to decades, and the case remained unsolved. Despite technological advances and numerous re-examinations, no charges have ever been filed. Some believe that if the crime happened today, it would have been solved quickly through advanced DNA techniques and better crime scene handling. JonBenét's murder became a media obsession. Tabloids, documentaries, books, and conspiracy theories flooded the public consciousness. For many, the case symbolizes the dark side of American celebrity culture. A child groomed for fame, a privileged family with secrets, and a justice system overwhelmed by media pressure. To this day, the question remains unanswered. Who killed JonBenét Ramsey? Was it a family member, a stranger, a deranged outsider, or someone the police never even considered? Until definitive evidence emerges, the murder of JonBenét will remain an enduring mystery, one that haunts not only the town of Boulder, but the entire nation.